Last time on This Old Outboard.
It's on there. Well, I just laid one down to see if this piece is going to stick. But looks like I'm going to be doing one section at a time the way this thing is going. So let it cool down. See if this look, it didn't even freaking stick. Now how come it didn't stick? It stuck to this piece on this pan. So this is it here, JB Weld, extreme heat, set time 1 hour, functionally cure 24 hours, dries machine gray. Alright, let this thing cool down. Now let's see what this crap is gonna do. I mean, it may work great, it may suck. I don't know. It says to stir it up and use generously. It also says, you know, you can grind out the crack to make it bigger so you can really fill it. But I don't want it bigger. You know? It's better to keep it small as possible. You know, oh, don't tell me this stuff ain't gonna stick. What the hell is going on? I just cleaned the hell out of that thing. Ay, ay, ay. Do you see how it was just coming off right here? Can't have that. I'm gonna put it on pretty thick and then try to smooth it out. It says for some repairs, open small cracks further with a drill or screwdriver to create 1/8 inch gap. I ain't doing that. Use product generously. Work onto surface or into hole, crack, pit, or seam. Allow 24 hours before allowing high heat exposure. Smooth it in a little bit here. Make it pretty. This crap better stick. Man. Oh yeah, that's a nice shape. Just needs cleaned up a little bit. Needs cleaned up. Yeah, it looks good. Paint looks good. Real good. So yeah, the parts look good. The pan looks great. The adapter muffler looks fine. And speaking of parts and everything, this is all made possible from you guys and donating. You know, it would have taken me longer to scrape up the money for this stuff without those donations, and it's actually pretty humbling. You know, I'm like, wow. You know, and the real reason for the donation button was to sell those parts in my storage unit. So I'll get down there, do like an inventory, kind of, lay everything out. And if you see something you need, let me know. A lot of tiller handle stuff. 18, 20, 25 horse, 15 horse stuff. So stay tuned for that. Well, let's see how this thing came out. Looks pretty good. Then they said on the instructions, try to dig your fingernail in it, and if you can dig it in, it's not cured, but that looks cured. Yeah, let's see if it's gonna stick. Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna sand it down a little bit, pretty it up a little bit. So I'm not going for, smoking clean, just a good clean. And make sure all my surfaces are going to be good for my gaskets. Alright, she looking pretty good. Get my gasket. Go on like that right there. And she looking good right there. And go right on there like that. Alright, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Looks like I'm right on it. Well, I'm gonna be pissed if I'm not. Shit. And you can't see in there, same old crapperoonie. Get these puppies back in. I've cleaned all my surfaces off, wire brush. Tried to do everything I could on this motor, get all the loose paint and stuff off. When it's all back together, I'll shoot it down with some of that paint remover. Get the last bit off, pressure wash it, and paint it. I'm gonna just dip this puppy in a little 2-stroke. I've already greased up the inside here. Let me break this popsicle stick in half here so I don't get anything marked up. I used to use something that was round. Man, she should be going in. Almost. There we go. Alright, next one. They usually just drop right in. Boom. This is number 1 I just put in. Let's do number 2. Alright, do it again. Where's my gap? Way over here. Hold this side in with my fingernails. Push this side in. Should be there. There it goes. Boom. Damn, I like it when it does that. Alright. Gap over here. On this side. Hold this side in. Fingernails. Push this side in. Come on, baby. Should be right there. Come on. Damn, come on. Getting a cramp. There it goes. Damn. Once again, show you this cranky wanky. Nice. Look at them babies. I've already dropped the half a bearing on it. There it is right there. Roll that puppy back down. Did a 2-strokey wokey. Alright, so these are 29 to 31 foot-pounds or 40 to 42 Nm. which on here, Newton meters. So 29 and 31, I think I got them up to about 15. So let's see what we got here. See, this is just what I'm talking about. It's just a little awkward trying to do this. So there's like 25, 26. Same. A little awkward. So, see if I can take them up to even 30. Which looks like that's where I'm at. Tighter than that, I bet you. So that's like at 30. So again, right around 25-ish. Man. Find a comfortable spot. $25-ish. Alright, turn this around. Man, it's just and lay it down. Awkward. Very awkward. Alright, I think that's 30. Sounds like 30. Feels like 30. Smells like 30. Damn, it keeps coming out, man. This is bringing back memory. There it goes. It just dropped in. There it goes. God bless America. Now we're in business. Well, man, Apollo 3000 DB. That thing's cool, baby. The bass boat's been sunk a few more times. And I knew it was going to happen when it sunk, as deep as it sunk. All the wiring and everything takes a beating on all the switches I've put in. And there's a reason why it keeps sinking. I was hoping I could catch it, but I'll tell you about it. But there's this big wakeboard boat. But the wake that comes in from that boat rocks this thing violently. I mean, it's just kablam, kablam, kablam. And it fills it up with water. They're like 4 feet high. And usually he'll come over here and circle and go back that way. But sometimes he comes right across here and just beats the hell out of everything. From what I understand, they've pulled out all the frickin' wires and everything already, which I wish they hadn't done that. Wires hanging out. It doesn't look like any of the stuff I need. So here I got start, choke, kill. tilt and trim. 24 little switches, one big one. Alright, let me get out of here. Eat up half the day. So yesterday I went all over the place trying to find switches and stuff. Nothing at Skycraft. This, I couldn't believe it, is Valmar ignition switch push to choke made for OMC. And I believe everything is labeled the same. But 26 bucks and change at Advance Auto Parts. I had no idea in the world that you could buy a freaking marine switch at Advance. I've also got plans for this thing with these freaking snakes. I've already bought the screen. I've got aluminum screen. I'm going to cover that front area up underneath there. Might have mentioned this before. Then I got to figure out a cover for that. And I'm going to set up a dash cam and let it run all night. I'll take this little light I put up here and put it in the boat. It's a motion detection light, and the camera also is motion detection. But we'll see what comes out. And I'll probably get some bleach, pour it down, let it run all the way down, because it's getting a little green in there anyway. Maybe that'll get rid of them. Alright, so besides making a mess on the floor in here, I've got the camera set up right here, pointing at the back here. And then I took that motion light that I had on the dock, mounted it right here. So I guess it's going to be best to come back down right before dark and turn this thing on and let it run and see what happens. It does have a motion detection setting on it. Anyway, we'll give it a shot, see what happens. Any snakes in there? Now my first thought too, just a quick mention, had a comment, guy said, well, I've had several comments where people say use the mothballs, and of course that was my first thoughts. And I was going to dump a bunch of them in here, but they're bad for the environment, or it's illegal or something to use those things where, you know, you're not supposed to. But this guy said what he does is put them in a Ziploc. And when he leaves, he opens the Ziploc bag and just leaves it open. And it keeps the snakes away. So I'm like, oh, that's a cool idea, instead of dumping them in and polluting the water and everything. When I put this thing in, or all these switches in, and I dielectric grease the hell out of everything, I think these switches are still good. I even sprayed some of that liquid rubber or whatever. I think the problem is the battery's down to 3 volts. But still going to put the new key switch in. Boy, I tell you what, that dielectric grease really works. Look at this stuff. It's barely, I mean, just, you know, hardly nothing on it corrosion wise. I'm going to test these switches. I still think they're good for this tilt and trim. That one works. They just all greasy, man. That dielectric grease really did good. It works. So you local guys, you can't get these at Skycraft. They're all out, and their selection on anything even close to this was nothing. They had nothing. I put the fish finder on the key switch accessories. Alright, let me get these back in, figure out this battery situation. I'm just telling you, come out here and get it out and charge it. Alright, got all this crap cleaned up. I mean, what a disaster, what a mess. This thing, man, just full of junk. I pulled all that crap out of there. Bilge pump, that plastic cup holder thingy, where just full of junk. Can't handle junk, baby. Alright, that's about it for me until I get that battery charged. Key is in. Ready to go. Yeah, that's a good deal for 26 bucks. If it don't fall apart. I guess we'll find out. Alright, I'm out of here.
It's This Old Outboard, baby. You know the channel. Don't forget to subscribe.